Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Clemson Tigers, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Now they've got breathing room, got 6 all the way out to the 20. Now, guys, when you're talking about Clemson, it doesn't matter what time of season it is. A top 10 win is a top 10 win, and you know the underdogs would love to make a statement.
No doubt about it. When you've got a very low number beside your name, you're going to get everybody's best shot. And that's what this team is expecting from their opponent today. A lot of eyeballs watching this game, David. A lot of expectations on this team. Now it's time to see if they can deliver.
Yeah, and the offseason was so much more important when you know you're playing a highly ranked team to start the season. Attention to detail higher, excitement higher, a chance to go out and prove something very early in the season.
To the air, it's Klubnik. Quick completion on the out. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28-yard line as this offense tries to mount a drive.
I'll tell you, QBs and receivers, they practice these out routes all week long, and you've got to anticipate. You've got to be comfortable throwing it before he gets out of his break, and they executed it perfectly right there to pick up that first.
Trying the left side. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Let's take a second and talk about Clemson. Really good win on the recruiting trail last week. Got a commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
He's going to help them out a lot because of his speed. He simply has things you can't coach from the linebacker position. So his ability to track the ball sideline to sideline, but also get downhill, he's going to make this defense a whole lot more difficult to move the football.
There he goes. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. For a quarterback as highly touted as Cade Klubnik was, I think he would even tell you he started slowly, but man, the progression, the improvement has been exponential, Jesse.
It has, Reese, and he's played big in big games as of late. You think back to last year's ACC championship game, and then I would argue his game against Texas, even in the loss of the playoff, that might have been his best game of the season, making throw after throw. You can see why he was so highly recruited, and if he plays up to that standard week in, week out, Clemson's going to be really tough to beat.
This crowd, full throat, sweating the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Quickly to the tight end. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
How about that? Just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
And the Tigers will have it 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Klubnik. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
Man, how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. after the incompletion, back to the passing game. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
And this is the frustration in playing man-to-man coverage. All the guys on your defense are chasing their guys. They don't have vision on the quarterback, but he is such a good athlete. He notices it, he takes off, he chews up yards, and makes a big play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Second down, he'll throw it. Fires left. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hip.
And I think on that last play, it's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Out of the backfield, he's open. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
How about the start from this offense? What a drive. Just when they needed a third down conversion, they got it. They put a bunch of plays together, kind of wore the defense out, and in the end, punched it in for 6.
And the point after is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Washington. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Wants to adjust the pattern. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
Well, this is a running back that gets stronger as the game goes on, and they try to get him going early on a toss play, Reese.
And if you start stretching the defense sideways, sometimes a little vulnerable in the middle later in the game.
Yeah, and that might open an opportunity for a play action. Maybe fake the toss and see if you can get a tight end or a slot receiver down the middle of the field.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Williams will pass. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. What a return there. Found a little running room and put his team in great position. Has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Hard running there. He's just outside the 20-yard line. Stopped at the 21 after a pickup of 6.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. They give it to him again. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
And after that strong play on first down, they're right on the cusp of a score. 2nd and goal. Off the play fake. Now rolling to the left. They wrap him up. He tried to get back to the line of scrimmage, but he's stopped in the backfield.
What a great job using his speed to get to the quarterback. This linebacker would have started for those great Purple Rain defenses in the 80s under the legendary Washington Husky coach Don James. He would have loved to blitz this dude. So athletic from the linebacker position.
On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. Swings it out to the flat. Touchdown, Clemson. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Washington. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Wide receiver comes in motion. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
Man, this is an unbelievable start for this defender in this game, guy. That's already his 2nd PD in this game. Playing with his eyes, he's breaking on the ball. You just can't start a game any better.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The offense changing the play. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. This time it's complete. Breaks into the open. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Williams looking for a man. With the catch, it's Evans.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Time to take a shot. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. Washington has a lot of things working, set up with another first down. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking downfield on first down. He caught it. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
And you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time. Now, it used to just be in the red zone. Now, you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
Here they're trying to get it to the edge. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And the running game is so important when you get inside that 10-yard line and that field starts to shrink. And it's so nice to have a back with some physicality. Great job running the football, using that stiff arm, finishing the run, and getting in the end zone.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. He'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to throw, it's Klubnik. Using his legs to buy some time. Snagged in the middle, it's Williams. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. Looking to throw on first down. And this throw is incomplete. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
The give to the running back from the shotgun.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking downfield, it's Klubnik. He's going up top. Oh, did he toast the coverage? Got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Tigers. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide-open receiver?
I love this quarterback, Reese, because he's aggressive. He wants to take shots. He's looking for every opportunity to show off that cannon and that arm talent. He showed it to all of us right there.
Coming out with it, it's Washington. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. The give to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They're setting up the screen. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Gonna take a shot. He's got it on the outside. And the tackle was made, but not before that completion gets him 30-plus.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Direct snap. It's Coleman. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Williams will pass. Fires deep toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Just keep slinging it. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Washington sends out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wants to bring it back. Slips through the line. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Quarterback moving. Got a man. It's Haynes. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys.
Sends it downfield. Grabs it inside the 10. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him.
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Clemson.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. He'll bring it out. It's Washington. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Using his legs, it's Coleman. It's these little moments like that that can help an offense as he gets it up to the 16-yard line. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Washington, 7.
Clemson will kick this deep to get the second half underway. Fielded in the end zone, it's Washington. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. This drive comes from the 14-yard line. Williams looking for a man. Got his man downfield. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He's at the 20. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
A lot of times when you go to the stat sheet after the game, defenses are going to look at explosive plays. Like, we're taught to be top down, stay deep, don't give up those big plays, make them earn it all the way down the field. Bad job giving up the big play in the passing game.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Looking to get it in.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
This defense didn't hang its head. They've stood tall after the big play. 3rd and goal coming. They'll try to blast their way in. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
That could not have gone any worse. This offense set up Palmer at the 1, going the wrong direction, man.
Yeah, it's way harder to score touchdowns from this area of the field because you can't throw into the end zone so easily. That was a golden opportunity. They got to come up with something positive here.
They'll go to the air. Backs looking for the goal line. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
Back to throw. It's Klubnik. Makes the catch. Turning it on. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the 3rd quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige. When you've got the playmakers you have offensively, just keep chucking it.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. The give to the back. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Steps away to find some room. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. He's loose. Touchdown, Tigers. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Well, this offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march it down the field, and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Notre Dame has the lead currently, but it hasn't come easy for the Golden Domers. They're in a tight one right now. They're up by a field goal over Wisconsin. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. It's great to think you're going to score every time you return it, but man, what a bad decision. He's down at the 6. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Coleman. He'll be guided out of bounds at the 17, and a productive play there.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Williams will pass. Makes the grab. It's Boston. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Looking to fire. They'll run the screen. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. Washington wants to go quickly.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Wide open downfield. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. And the Huskies with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to keep it in the air. Grab behind the line. It's Coleman. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. He rifles one deep down the right side.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. They're late in the third quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
And those fourth down stops are so huge for momentum to turn the ball back to your offense. Great pass defense, seeing the ball, breaking on it, swatting it down so the receiver couldn't make a play. Nice job by this defense.
Running back searching for a hold. Tackled at the 31. They'll give him 6 on the play.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Looking for a crease. It's Davidson. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
the Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Drop play, quarterback keeps it. He didn't even have a chance to get back to the line. What a job by this defensive front.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. Fielded in the end zone. It's Washington. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone. Did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Williams looking for a man. Under fire. Makes a connection. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Makes the catch. It's Coleman. And he goes down right there. That play's going to lose yardage. Washington right back to the line.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, you wonder that time if the QB was just forcing that one over to his running back. He's already made some catches in this game. The defense is aware of that, though, and that time they had outstanding coverage. There was no way that was going to be complete.
Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got it in the middle. It's Boston. Oh, he's got some space. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this 3rd period with a big play. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. Wants to throw it. Oh, they're after him. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Sends it back in motion. Williams will pass. Into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Catch in the middle. It's Coleman. Touchdown, Washington. A great catch and run for 6.
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Finding open areas. There he goes. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. The Tigers are facing 3rd and inches. Snap it to the back. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down.
They have been running ISOs in football since the beginning of time, right? They want to isolate that linebacker. A lot of times they're going to pull a guard. Great job by the defense seeing it, getting downhill, understanding where the ball's coming, going downhill, attacking it, and getting the big tackle for a loss.
Got room to work. There he goes. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, these players came together. I've been so impressed, not just by the talent, but also by their composure. Handling this kind of environment in the first game of the season, this says a lot about the leadership in that locker room.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Always expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Illinois came away with the win today, but not in dominant fashion. In fact, the folks in Champaign had to sweat things out for much of the second half. Could have been better, but it certainly could have been worse. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. They'll move the wide receiver. Williams looking for a man. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
So now it's 2nd and long. Quarterback making adjustments. To the air on 2nd down. Here's a hit. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
This is going to be tough sledding for this quarterback now. You're trailing. You're in the second half. Defense knows you've got to throw it. You're going to have to sit in the pocket under duress and start making throws in tight windows. It's not an easy situation by any stretch, but big-time players make big plays in big games.
On 3rd down, going up top. Hit as he throws. Catch in the middle. It's Boston. So important to convert these 3rd downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ball game.
Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Showing the arm strength down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers and he couldn't hold on. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Motion from the wideout. Williams will pass. He'll take another shot here. He's got it inside the 25. And they were looking for a chunk play, and They got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Coleman. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 16. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them. But exactly, get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Might be changing the route. Motion from the wide receiver. Now the play fake. Might be looking to run. Another incompletion on third down.
Well, this defense has just had this QB's number all game long. We're here in the fourth quarter, and still he's not able to set up in the pocket. He gets flushed to the outside, nothing open, and it's an incompletion.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Complete out of the backfield. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Under fire. Caught in the backfield. It's Haynes. Breaks into the open. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Tigers come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. They'll try to run for it. He breaks a tackle. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
Well, they needed 2 yards to get that first down. That's exactly what they got. Great job of execution.
No secret about it. Just got to be physical, get a hat on a hat, low man wins, all the cliches to get that third down and short.
Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. Oh, there's an alley on the left. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. This dude is putting on a show, taking up residence in the end zone by the air and by the ground, in keeping with what Clemson looks for in a quarterback.
Man, this is unbelievable. I mean, you've seen so many great guys run through, and Clemson majors in quarterbacks that can throw, can run, and really be dynamic, and this guy is having himself a day.
He'll bring it out. It's Washington. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. He'll do it himself on the draw.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game, because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Williams looking for a man. Here he goes, breaking the pocket. Here's a throw downfield late. Makes a grab on the right. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Oh, man, he almost picked that one off in the end zone. Instead, it'll be third down.
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play. Really small windows to throw into. One touchdown pass. That's a little bit surprising. You thought maybe they'd have more in this game.
Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. Takes it the other way. Inside the 30. Past the 10. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the fourth quarter, getting your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
Trying to pound it in. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Washington. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Williams will pass. And down he goes back at the 3. Washington wants to go quickly.
Brings up second down.
Back to pass on second down. Takes a hit as he fires. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Man, do I love being a defensive lineman in games like today when you know you got to go get the quarterback. Like, they're down on the other side. They have to throw the football. Only chance they have to get back in. I'm playing the pass every time, pinning my ears.
Turning it on. He's at the 40. The 20. He's at the 10. And the consolation prize there. He gets into the end zone. Won't win in the game, but at least a score as the clock hits 0.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that. Put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
It's incomplete as the two-pointer fails, and I guess unless they were concerned about games of chance, there wasn't really a reason to try to do that, but this game is over. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan meat face, ball game over.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.